Sydney Sweeney was born on September 12, 1997 in Spokane, Washington, United States. Growing up in a nurturing atmosphere, she developed an early interest in the arts, particularly acting. Her upbringing was defined by a love of storytelling and the desire to bring characters to life. Despite the temptation of Hollywood, she spent her early years in the Pacific Northwest. Growing up in a close-knit household, she developed a strong sense of drive and tenacity. This foundation would subsequently be useful in her pursuit of a job in the highly competitive entertainment industry. Her first introduction to the performing arts was through local theater plays and community activities. It became clear that she had a natural gift for passionate expression and an engaging theatrical presence. These early experiences fueled her desire to pursue a professional acting career. As she grew older, Sydney's dedication to her trade grew greater. Balancing scholastic obligations with her budding acting ambitions, she displayed a tremendous work ethic that would become a trademark of her career. Sydney Sweeney's rise to popularity is a testament to her skill, devotion, and unwavering attitude, which characterize her career. Her path to popularity has been defined by important milestones and remarkable performances, starting with humble origins and progressing to being a sought-after actor. Her first entry into the entertainment field was with local theater performances and television appearances. Her early roles demonstrated raw brilliance that was not overlooked, setting the groundwork for what would become a great career. Her career took off after she played Emelina Dario in the Netflix series Everything Sucks, 2018. This breakout performance earned her great attention and cemented her status as a rising star in Hollywood. Following her success, she displayed her flexibility by playing a variety of parts in different genres. Whether depicting the complexity of a high school kid in Euphoria or immersing in the dystopian drama of The Handmaid's Tale, her ability to represent a wide spectrum of characters cemented her place in the business. Sweeney's performances received critical acclaim, with critics noting her honesty, emotional depth, and ability to engage audiences. Her realistic depictions and compelling on-screen presence endeared her to audiences all over the world. Her careful casting decisions and dedication to her craft improved her prominence as she negotiated the tough Hollywood scene. The actress demonstrated that success could be gained not just through ability, but also through hard work and a real love of storytelling. After going viral because people were accusing her of lying, it turns out she was actually hired as a Universal Studios tour guide. The truth about Sydney's pre-fame job experience may explain why the celebrity has been so cryptic and deflective when asked about tour guide life in interviews. It all began on November 23rd when the 26-year-old actor revealed her lowly beginnings in an interview with Women's Health. At the time, the publication, Women's Health magazine, detailed the several tasks she had done as a teenager to help her family pay the bills, such as cleaning restaurant restrooms, babysitting, and conducting tours at Universal. "I saw my parents lose a lot. We filed for bankruptcy and they lost their lakeside home. We couldn't afford life in Los Angeles," Sydney explained in the interview. However, when asked about Universal in future interviews, she seemed unusually cagey and deflective about her previous work. During an interview on The Kelly Clarkson Show, Kelly questioned Sydney about working at a theme park, to which she said,
"I was a huge theme park person. My family and all of our friends would go to Universal all the time."
She then went on to say that she had memorized the studio tour and could recite the entire screenplay, an experience she shared during her Hot Ones recent visit. When host Sean Evans questioned Sweeney,
"Is it true that you briefly worked as a tour guide at Universal Studios?"
Yeah, no,
She paused before detailing the costs she had to pay as a teenager and explained how working taught her to budget.
I love you, Mom. I was a struggling actor in high school, and I had to pay all my own bills. But yeah, I'd pay my own phone bill, car insurance, everything, gas. Mom, I love you so much. And I'm so glad she did, because I've learned how to budget and save my money.
She then repeated what she had previously stated about being able to memorize the tour script because of her love of Universal, before saying,
I memorized the entire thing, and so I was there for a little bit, and then I actually booked Sharp Objects.
By this time, people were skeptical of Sydney's job background, with previous Universal Studio tour guides stepping forward to refute her claims. One guy commented on the Hot Ones clip saying, "Hi, another tour guide here. Can affirm, following a very deep dive, that she was never a guide." Tour guide here. She was never a tour guide. We fact-checked. But thanks for the shout, Sydney, another echoed. As suspicion grew, somebody else claimed she started coughing after the lies. Looking at all the interviews that mention it, Women's Health and Kelly Clarkson, Sweeney never actually claims to have been a tour guide. She just doesn't correct anyone, one more noted. Two TikTokers who had worked at Universal Studios during Sweeney's tenure there, as noted by Perez Hilton, who asserted that the Euphoria star was lying. Even if it's impossible to verify whether or not what they accused her of is even slightly true, they do a good job of illustrating their perspective on reality, especially considering that Sweeney did not clarify her precise function at Universal Studios and instead provided a non-answer to Sean Evans' query. Photographer and TikToker Becca Murray used her platform to call out Sweeney for lying. Murray stated that she spent 7 years working for Universal. She said on her TikTok that training to be a tour guide at Universal Studios is a drawn-out procedure. The procedure she described is mostly consistent with what Universal Studios states on its website. Others were just interested in the star's obvious devotion to the piece, with one remark reading, "I don't know anything about her, but I'm so invested in this tour guide lie. Like, what would make you lie about that? That's too funny." Then TikTok user Taylor Hancock became famous after he patched the Hot Ones video and claimed Sydney was lying. Taylor stated in the video, which has over 1.5 million views and tens of thousands of likes and comments,
"It's not true. She's lying."
Hancock begins the TikTok by calling Sydney out for continually suggesting she was a tour guide at the park.
No hate to her. I don't know her personally. I don't know why she's choosing to kind of fib about this. But Sydney Sweeney has never been a Universal tour guide. Watching her dance around questions about this and never give a straight answer is kind of crazy considering she's the one that volunteered that information. That verifiably false information.
Hancock describes Universal's tour guide job as notoriously difficult, requiring multiple rounds of auditions and a class to study for the job. She would be familiar with these details if she had previously worked there.
I assume she got kind of taken out of context and then was asked about it a bunch of times and then decided to just kind of go with it.
Hancock added, eventually calling the deception insulting to true Universal tour guides. But the real issue is, why would she lie about working at Universal Studios? Turns out, she was speaking the truth. In a fresh investigation released on February 7, 2024, The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Sweeney was indeed employed by Universal Studios Hollywood on June 12, 2016, and attended both an orientation and a training shift. She quit the position shortly after on July 18, 2016, after scheduling an acting assignment. THR highlights 11 acting credits on her resume between 2016 and 2017, which serve as an alibi and could have easily drawn her away from the park. This brief job history may explain why no other tour guides recall her as a co-worker. She appears to have just forgotten which job she booked. As the cut points out, it couldn't have been Sharp Objects because the show's production began in the summer of 2017. It also clarifies why the celebrity has been skirting the subject in interviews. After all, even if Sydney was recruited and given the necessary training to work as a tour guide at Universal Studios, it's possible that she never did. She has never shied away from discussing the financial struggles her family went through when she was growing up and attempting to get her big break in Hollywood. Since becoming well-known, she has also been equally open about money. In 2022, she shocked fans by disclosing that she doesn't have enough cash to take a 6-month vacation from acting, and by outlining exactly how her earnings are used. Sydney said, "I saw a lot of losses for my parents." She spent her teenage years helping her parents pay their expenses by babysitting and cleaning bathrooms. Moreover, she said, "We filed for bankruptcy and they lost their house back home on the lake." She gained widespread fame in 2022 after being very honest about her financial struggles. After acting in many productions over the previous few years, including The White Lotus and HBO's Euphoria, Sydney, now 26 years old, soared to international prominence. She just won parts opposite Glen Powell in Anyone But You and with Dakota Johnson in the forthcoming film Madam Web. Therefore, many of Sydney's admirers were taken aback in 2022 when she revealed that she didn't have enough money to take a 6-month hiatus from acting, especially considering her outstanding array of projects. She told The Hollywood Reporter, "I don't have the income to cover that if I wanted to take a 6-month break. I have no one to help me, no one to whom I can turn to for support or to pay my bills. Actors are not paid as much as they used to be, and residuals are no longer given to streamers," the actress claimed. Sydney said, "I have to give 5% to my lawyer, 10% to my agents, and 3% or something like that to my business manager," outlining the precise distribution of her revenue. "Every month, I have to pay my publicist more than my mortgage. I wouldn't be able to support my life in Los Angeles if I just acted," she continued, saying she couldn't believe she was even able to buy a house in the first place. "I take deals because I have to," she said. Fans were divided by Sydney's remarks, especially the one in which she said she was totally shocked that she could afford a house. Reports regarding the salary of Euphoria actors have surfaced in the past. With an estimated $350,000 for each episode, Sweeney was among the highest-paid cast members of the program, according to Life and Style magazine, which quoted world celebs. If the story about Sweeney's payment for the 8 episodes of Euphoria's second season is true, then she earned $2.8 million for those episodes. Even though it is a sizable sum, she's told The Hollywood Reporter that many others receive a portion of her pay. She is now providing further details about her financial history. She disclosed in a recent interview with Women's Health that her parents truly lost their house and declared bankruptcy when she was a child. At the age of 14, Sydney's parents relocated to Los Angeles from Washington to encourage her aspirations to become an actress, per the interview. The celebrity denied reports of unrest on the Euphoria set. Details on Sydney Sweeney's mother's contentious 60th birthday celebration are being clarified. Following her posting images from the event, which included attendees wearing what looked to be Blue Lives Matter clothing and red caps with the slogan, "Make 60 Great Again," the Euphoria actress faced harsh criticism on social media. The photos showed attendees donning caps that resembled MAGA hats, which are connected to the followers of former President Donald Trump. In actuality, though, the caps say, "Make 60 Great Again," a parody of the MAGA catchphrase. This misunderstanding caused outrage and condemnation on social media, as some believed the hats were worn for political purposes, while in reality, her mother's Los Angeles friends had made them as a lighthearted joke. The episode demonstrated the difficulties of managing notoriety and public opinion by highlighting how rapidly misconceptions and presumptions may worsen in the public eye. Before the actors went on strike, Sweeney stated in a recent interview with Variety that there were so many misinterpretations regarding the pictures. "Even my family wasn't represented in the photos. The people who brought the things that people were upset about were my mom's friends from Los Angeles, who have kids that are walking outside in the Pride Parade, and they thought it would be funny to wear because they were coming to Idaho." She said, "People are so fast to build someone up, and then they love tearing them down." Regarding misunderstandings, Sweeney also dispelled reports of unrest on the set of Euphoria Season 2, which were stoked by a story alleging a hostile workplace and mayhem on the set of the HBO drama, The Idol, which was created by series creator Sam Levinson. "You have all these strong-willed, self-reliant women, including Z and me. We would all speak out if we saw something we didn't like, or if something didn't seem right," she added. "It's hard to see someone completely trashed by the public and the media when no one's there." Sydney presented Saturday Night Live on March 2, 2024, which is a significant milestone in her career. Sadly, though, Sweeney and the other hosts of Saturday Night Live don't care about their money accounts because they host the sketch comedy program. It has long been known that she and other SNL hosts don't perform for pay. Considering that Justin Timberlake previously disclosed that hosts only receive $5,000 to take over the show for a week, this is a pretty excellent thing. When Timberlake spoke with Entertainment Tonight in 2009, he disclosed that number. Sweeney may have received more than $5,000 to host Saturday Night Live if Timberlake had disclosed the amount back in 2009. But given the history of the program, it's quite likely that hosts like Sweeney continue to get pitiful salaries. Announced in 1977 by Lorne Michaels, viewers could try to win the opportunity to host Saturday Night Live. Michaels then revealed how much the contest winner will get to headline Saturday Night Live. It took 42 years for the SNL hosts to receive a $2,000 raise, given that they were paid $3,000 in 1977 and $5,000 in 2009. In the 15 years since 2009, NBC would not have raised any salary for SNL hosts at all at that rate. Even if that's unclear, it appears quite probable that hosts of Saturday Night Live, like Sweeney, are still given a four-figure salary. It appears that all well-known actors must be wealthy from the outside looking in, unless they have made poor financial choices. Sydney Sweeney, a renowned actress, has been embroiled in controversy over her past, including her brief employment at Universal Studios. The scandal highlights the importance of transparency and authenticity in the entertainment industry, as even minor inaccuracies can escalate into major controversies. Do you think Sydney told white lies, or were they something more serious? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon while you're at it, so you are notified as soon as our next video is uploaded. Thanks for watching.